So, welcome to the first lesson of how to set goals and actually achieve them. So, this is going to be a 4 episode series where we'll talk about how you can set realistic goals and how you can achieve them, like a step by step process. How do you create the process, and how do you get disciplined to the process, and how you stay dedicated to the process. That's what we'll be discussing in this entire series. This will have 4 episodes, and after that, if you apply all the actionable steps and get all the resources and get dedicated with it, you'll be able to achieve whatever desire goal you have. So, let's talk about the first lesson, the power of clarity. I know that this might have happened to you, that you sit down, set a goal, full of fire and confidence. You sit down, grab a piece of paper and a pen, or maybe open your Notion template, and you decide that you're going to do this particular thing by this month, or maybe by this quarter, or maybe by this year. And then maybe after a few days or weeks, the fire faded away. You look back and wonder what went wrong. You decided that you're going to bulk up to maybe 10 pounds, 20 pounds, but now you're just doing athletic stuff. You're just cutting. Why? What went wrong? Why did this goal slip away like so many others? You decided that you're going to create this project. You decided that you're going to start a YouTube channel. You decided that you're going to create this course. You decided that you're going to read this book, but you didn't. Why? Why all of your goal slip away? Why? Here's the reality. Most goals fail before they even begin. Not because they are impossible, but because they lack one essential ingredient, which is clarity. We say we want success, we say we want happiness, we say we want healthier lifestyle, but without a clear target, we're just shooting in the dark. You need to have a clear picture in your mind. What does success means to you? What does happiness means to you? What does healthier lifestyle means to you? You need to have a very precise and clear picture in your mind that where you are going. When you have no clarity, you're just shooting in the dark. And today, we'll be changing that. This episode is totally based on why vague goals fail and how you can create precise goals. How you can have clarity in your mind. That is the step 1 of setting goals and actually able to achieve them. So, let's talk about why vague goals fail. Let's imagine this. You're planning a trip. You wouldn't just say that I'm going somewhere really nice. You'd pick a destination, you'd book flights, you arrange the accommodation, you plan your route. Every single thing is pre-decided, from your clothes to what you're gonna eat, to where you're gonna eat, where you're gonna stay, how you're gonna go, what you are going to do. This is how you plan a trip. Setting a goal is no different, my friend. It's exactly the same. When you lack clarity, you're setting up yourself up to drift instead of arrive. Basically, you need to understand where you're gonna go and what your vehicle is going to be. If you want to be successful, what is the definition of your success? Does that look like $10,000 a month, $100,000 a month, or maybe just financial freedom that you can make money from anywhere on the planet? Like even $2,000 a month is good enough for you. So you just want financial freedom. You just want to work from anywhere on the planet. Is that financial freedom is for you? Then what is the vehicle? How you're possibly assuming to get there? Is it a YouTube channel? Is it by creating courses? Is it by one-on-one consultation? Is it by blogs? What is the vehicle? And how you're gonna do that? What is the niche that you're gonna pick? You have to decide all of these things. When you lack clarity, you are setting up yourself to drift instead of arrive. Think about a common goal. People said, I want to get in a shape. I want to make more money. I want to be happier. These are great desires, but they're not clear goals. They're ideas, starting points, not destination. I want to get in shape. What shape? You are already in shape, some shape. I want to make more money. How and why? How you're gonna make more money, and what is the vehicle that you're gonna pick? What is your destination? What is your vehicle? What is your motivation? You have nothing decided. You just want to make more money. Does that make sense? You just want to travel. Where you want to travel? If you don't have any kind of destination, where do you think you're gonna get? You're just a stupid person who just does not have any kind of destination. I want to be happier. What happier? What is the definition of happiness to you? To me, definition of happiness is pretty simple. I get happier when I work. I don't get happier when I sit and listen to jokes or go on to circuses. So my definition is happier is to work. Everyone have different definitions. I want to get in shape. For some people, getting in shape is like becoming Ronnie Coleman. For some people, it's like just being in athletic shape. I want to make more money. Decide every single thing. You have to have a very precise goals, not great desires, but goals. You need to have destinations, not starting points. So, to create a specific goals, I just went out to internet and found a very interesting framework, which is called as the SMART goal framework, which includes of simple 5 elements that you can apply in your life, and you'll be able to achieve your goals 90% of the time. 10% it depends upon your discipline and your motivation and your ability to actually work for it. So basically that all comes down to discipline. 90% this framework will do for you. So this includes 5 elements. S stands for specific, M stands for measurable, A stands for achievable, R stands for relevant, and T for time bound. So first, specific. A goal needs to be specific. Think of it like a GPS system. If you can't take let's just simply think of it like a GPS. It can't take you somewhere nice. It needs an exact address. You cannot go on to Google Maps and can say that I want to go somewhere nice. You need to type in some sort of address. You need to put on some sort of name. Like if you want to eat pizza, you don't say food near me. What is food near me? You even say something like pizza shops near me. That's where you start to get suggestions of these kinds of pizza shops. Now you want to specifically pick up an address. So you have to have an exact address of where you want to go. So instead of I want to get fit, I want to lose 10 pounds in 3 months by working out 4 times a week. That is a clear goal. I want to bulk up 20 pounds by next, let's just say 6 months or 12 months by working out 5 times a week or 6 times a week. The clearer the goal, the easier it is to map out how to reach it, right? The next one is measurable. If you can't measure your progress, you won't know if you're getting closer or you're just randomly going and running in loops. So if your goal is financial freedom, instead of make more money, set a specific amount. Like I want to save $500 a month. Every time you check the amount, you can measure if you're hitting the target or not. Let's just say this month you saved maybe $30, $40, or maybe $100. So now you know that you have to save more money. So you're getting closer to your goals. Every single month you save maybe $50 more or $30 more. So you know that you are reaching towards that goal. So it has to be measurable. Third one is achievable. Setting impossible goals only leads to frustration. Let's say, for example, I'm setting a really impossible goal. Like I want to make or I want to have 10,000 subscribers by next week. Does that sound realistic? Does that sound achievable in any regards? I haven't seen anyone getting like 10,000 subscribers in just a week. If he's not Ronaldo or maybe Virat Kohli or something like that. You have to get like very, very famous first, and then you start a YouTube channel, and then you get all of these stuff and everything. But in the beginning, if nobody knows you, that's basically impossible. So you need to stretch yourself. Yes, but not to the breaking point. You need to work extremely hard. You need to set like big ambitious goals, but not to the breaking point. Make sure your goal is something you can realistically accomplish with the resources that you have. You need to understand this. With the resources that you have, you cannot sit there and say I want to start a rocket company with $500 in your bank account. You need to set realistic goals. You need to set something that you can do with the resources that you have, right? With the resources you have $500 in your bank account. Start by selling digital products. Maybe create some kind of your own project that you can put on the internet, or maybe start your own small business, or whatever you can do with the resources that you have. Set goals and do it and start to achieve it, and then aim for higher, aim higher, and that's how you get to the top. Then the fourth element is relevant. Relevant goals are those that genuinely matters to you, not what you think should achieve. Let's say, for example, people say that it's cool to become an influencer, but that doesn't matter to you. You don't necessarily want any kind of like fame or anything. Like Say for example me, I don't want to show off my face or anything like that, so I just come along, created this boring wisdom channel and just share the things, share the insights, share the experiences that I have with all of the stuff that I've been doing for years. So do what genuinely matters to you, not what others think that you should achieve. So if you are setting a goal, not because make sure that you are setting the goals that are genuinely matterful to you, that you genuinely believe that you should do and you love to do them, not because other think that it looks good. It won't last. You won't be able to do that for a long enough period of time. You'll just start to do it for a good amount of period of time, maybe say for example 3 months, 6 months, or maybe a year, and then you'll fall off, you'll burst out, you'll burn out. So choose something that aligns with your values and your vision, with your purpose. Then the last element is time bound. So without a deadline, a goal is just a wish. You just wish to get rich, you just wish to make $500 a month, you just wish to make $10,000 a month. You need to have a deadline. Give it an end point to create urgency. Let's say for example that I want to make $15,000 a month and I have a deadline, maybe say for example by the next year, 15th of August. By 15th of August, I'll be making $15,000 every single month. So I have a deadline. It's not a wish anymore, it's a goal now. So I have to work hard because I have maybe, let's just say how many months? 10 months remaining. So I have to work extremely hard, right? In 10 months, I have to go from $0 a month to $15,000 a month. That's fucking hard, right? So give it an end point to create urgency. If you have set like mini deadlines along the way, that's fantastic. So let's say for example, I want to make $15,000 a month, or I want to get like 10,000 subscribers by next year, or the same date, 15th of August. Then I have to have like small deadlines, like mini deadlines. I want to get like 500 to 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year, right? Or maybe I want to make $1,000 by the end of this year. So this is like the mini deadlines that you create along the way. And then those all mini deadlines come along together and that forms the big deadline. Okay, so let's talk about some real life examples of this particular stuff, like the SMART framework, how you can practically apply it. So let's say your goal is to read more. So instead of saying I want to read more books, try this. I want to read one book every 2 weeks for 6 months. It's specific, measurable, achievable. Depending upon your schedule, it is achievable, I think. Relevant if reading matters to you, if you really like reading, if you like to get more and more information inside of you, if you want to get more wisdom, if you want to achieve more wisdom or get more wisdom, or understand more about some particular thing like sales or anything, then reading, fantastic. And time bounded. Then see how much powerful does that sound. Like genuinely, you just say I want to read more books. Fuck no. But I want to read one book in every 2 weeks for next 6 months. Does that sound really specific? And now you're setting something really realistic. It's not like a book a week, but 2 weeks for a book. Really achievable. And it's realistic. So you are being specific. You have measure, like in every 2 weeks, you are going to be reading a book for the next 6 months. It is achievable. Yes, of course, achievable. Depending upon your schedule, and most people does not have any kind of busy schedule. I'm genuinely saying this. You waste your time on social media and YouTube and everything, all of these stuff. But if you just take all of those time out, you'll have ton of time throughout the day. And relevant, if you like reading, if you want to get more and more knowledge from reading different stuff, then that's fantastic. It is relevant for you. And talking about time bound, you have the deadline, 6 months. And if you set these kind of goals, you'll be able to see how much progress you make. You'll be able to see how much more potential you have when you genuinely go on to act on it. So the actionable step for this particular episode is going to be in the comment section, or maybe in your journal. Most likely you are going to do it in your journal. Take one goal that you have in your mind right now. That's one been lurking in the back of your mind, but never quite came to life. Like you just have an idea that you want to create like a YouTube channel, or you want to start this project, or you want to do this particular thing, or read this sort of books or things like that, but you didn't ever start it. So apply the SMART framework to that goal. Share it below, or maybe just write it in your journal and just start acting on it. Setting goals isn't about making wishes, it's about designing a map to get where you want to go. Today, we have laid down the foundation. Today, you created the first foundation of the entire fucking building that you're gonna create in the next coming months, or maybe next coming weeks, next coming years, let's say, for example. That's better. That's realistic. So, next time, we'll take it even further and talk about breaking down your goals into actionable steps. But it all starts with the power of clarity. When you have clarity in your mind, everything would be achievable. So, see you in the next episode.